Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be very mixed signals. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people watching this right now going, dude, he's sitting in that awesome fucking chair again. I noticed all the comments you guys have been making on my YouTube channel about the chair and how it looks like something out of Star Trek. Some people have said it looks like a coffin. It's a really fucking comfortable chair. And I'm glad that it tweaks so many of you because I'm going to probably keep using it in future videos. Now on to our video newsletter of the day. I've got an email here from a guy who's in a situation. He broke up almost a year ago to the day that he wrote me this email with his ex-girlfriend. So he's kind of like in relationship limbo with her. They're both going back and forth between dating other people, not dating other people. Sex is very sporadic. Most of the time when he goes to kiss her, he gets the cheek. He goes out with other women. She wants to know who, did he kiss, anything happen? Then she gets kind of mad and jealous. But yet she won't commit and get back together with him. So obviously this has been going on for a whole entire year. And he's like, is it too late to save this thing? So obviously he has the opportunity to get his ex back, but he's not completely employing the things that I teach. He's like he's cherry picking stuff in the book and what I've talked about in other videos. And so he's getting partial results, but he's not going all the way because really he's, as he admits, he's not exercising emotional self-control. So I have a quote that I wrote, and then we're going to jump right into his email and hopefully help him fine-tune and tweak things to resolve this one way or another, because that's, a year. That's fucking torture. Emotionally torturing yourself for a year. So the quote says, women like men to lead in a relationship. That means making definite plans, dinner reservations, arranging a babysitter, etc., and generally taking a leadership role in making dates happen instead of asking the woman what she wants to do. Courting a woman properly means extending romantic invitations she can take or leave without attachment, but not putting your life on hold until she makes up her mind what she wants. Dating is like driving a bus. Bus drivers only wait a short period of time for people to either get on or get off the bus. When a woman is hesitant to join your fun bus, tell her to get back to you when she figures out her schedule and instead spend your time with people who jump at the chance to ride with you. A big part of what this guy is doing is he keeps putting his life on hold, waiting for her to decide what to do. Deciding or not deciding to date other people based on what she may or may not do, and yet he goes out with her, and for his troubles, he gets an occasional kiss in the cheek. And the sex only happens when it's good for her, and neither one of them are dating other people. So let's go through his email. He says, "Hi Coach, me and my ex broke up almost a year ago to the day, and have since been on and off, dating, tried being friends." You should never try to be friends or agree to be friends with a woman when you want to date and have sex and romance, but she's sticking you in friend zone. Because agreeing to be friends means you acquiesce to just being friends, and that's dishonest to yourself. It's a lie. You really want sex and romance. So it's either you get what you want or you move on to find somebody else who will give you what you want. And everything in between. We spend time together. She wants to cuddle up and spend as much time together as we did when we were in a relationship. However, I keep getting the cheek whenever I try to kiss her, and we have sex rarely if she's in the mood, and as long as neither of us are dating other people at the time. Well, I don't know if you've read the book yet, but reading that statement tells me it doesn't sound like you know the fundamentals that are in the book. So you definitely should be reading that. And as I state in the book, your job as a man is to create an opportunity for sex to happen. Not walk on your hands and jump through your butt trying to impress her and bend yourself into a pretzel to show her how flexible you are and willing to wait for her. What's happening is you're not being the leader. You, in essence, are sitting around waiting for her to make a decision. Just like the bus analogy, you want to think of it, it's like the bus driver, it's a limited time offer. It's like you can either get on or get off the bus. He's got other stops to make, and he ain't going to sit there all afternoon and wait for you to make up your mind. If you don't get off the bus, he's going to go on to the next bus stop. If you stand there and scratch your head too long trying to determine whether you want to get on his bus, he's going to be like, see you later, I got to go, I got a schedule to keep. And that's how the man should be. Make an invitation, and if it's not enthusiastically accepted, hey, get in touch with me when you figure out your schedule, and we'll plan something in. I gotta run. See you later. Bye. And you go on with your life. Because otherwise, this guy's a year this has been going on. It's just torture. Think about all the hours that this guy spends at home thinking and obsessing over this particular situation. When I didn't know any better, I did things like this. And eventually you get to a point where it's like, enough. I've had enough of this shit. You're either in or you're out. But you got to set things up in the right way, and you should definitely review the 7 Principles to Get an Ex-Back article I did a few years ago. She would tell me at times that she loves me, but if I ever question that later on, she'll deny it and say that she still has feelings for me, but isn't in love with me anymore. So when a woman says, I love you, it means I love you in that moment. It does. If she told you I love you 6 months ago and hasn't said it since, well, that means that she's not in love with you now. She was in love with you 6 months ago. Again, it's indicative of how she's feeling in the moment. So from her perspective, it is true when she says she loves you, but she's not in love with you. And you trying to lock her down, that's like trying to make the weather always stay the same. I've made it known to her that I want to get back together or at least date without us seeing other people. However, she tells me she just isn't back to that place yet. Great. You don't put your life on hold for that. You say, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to date other people. You date other people. If you want to see me, get in touch. I'd love to see you. But other than that, I'm just going to continue moving on my life. I want to find somebody who literally is not sitting on a fence trying to decide whether or not to be with me. I want somebody to jump fences to be with me. And you're kind of sitting on the fence, and that doesn't work for me. I'd still love to see you and see where it goes. So give me a call when you want to get together. If she reaches out, make a date. And at this point, I wouldn't take her out. I wouldn't meet her out. I wouldn't do any of that shit. If she calls you, say, hey, try to make a date. Invite her to your place to make dinner together in the evening. And if she won't do that or is unsure, withdraw the offer. And like I talk about in 7 Principles to Get an Ex-Back, you're only going to ask twice. In other words, 2 separate consecutive occasions. When she reaches out first, then you try to make a date. And if she doesn't accept either one of those invitations, then stop asking. And one of 2 things will happen. She'll either stop calling or texting you, or eventually she'll bring it up getting together. And if you've already tried to make dates on 2 separate occasions and she won't make the date and she reaches out to text, hey, what are you doing? What are you up to? If she's calling you, I wouldn't talk for more than 2 to 3 minutes. And if it's a text exchange, I wouldn't send more than 2 to 3 text replies back max, and then just say, hey, it was great hearing from you, but I got to run. Keep in touch. Because you should be focused on your outcome, which your outcome is not trying to get your ex back. Your outcome, obviously, is you want to have a girlfriend and a great relationship. Well, that's impossible when you got somebody that's indecisive and has already dumped you and has told you she's not that into you. Focus on your outcome. Your outcome is to create a great relationship. Well, that can only happen if you're going out on dates with women that are ready, willing, able, and open to dating you. And this girl, she's on the fence. Don't ever it's weakness to put your life on hold. I keep trying to move on my life, and I tell her only to contact me if she wants to see me romantically. That's nice, that's what you're supposed to do, but obviously you'll see later on down the email, he's not really doing that. He's kind of half in and half out. In other words, he's half-assing the principles that he's learning from me, because it doesn't sound like he's read the book and he doesn't know him very well, and he's trying to cherry pick. So that's why he's kind of getting this. Things are going in fits and starts, and it's not really going anywhere. A whole year. It's torture, dude. 100% of the calling, texting, and pursuing should be done by her from this point forward, dude. That's right in 7 Principles to Get an Ex-Back. You got somebody that stuck you in limbo. In other words, she's looking for other guys. She's looking for your replacement. She's looking for somebody who makes her feel something romantically, because obviously she ain't feeling it for you. And with you continuing to reach out and pursue and be indecisive and put your life on hold, that makes you look weak. She's comfortable keeping you stuck in backup position because she knows you'll put up with that while she looks for somebody else. You're being a sucker, dude. So he says he tells her only to contact him if she wants to see him romantically. However, when she does get back in contact, we go straight back to the normal patterns. Kiss in the cheek, etc. Well, you shouldn't be kissing your ex-girlfriend on the cheek. It's either a kiss in the lips or see you later. Women turn their head when they're not interested romantically. If she doesn't contact me, here's this big problem. If she doesn't contact me, I normally find a reason to cheat myself into thinking I should contact her. I know. Well, dude, you've been at this for a year. You've been employing this strategy for a year, and it's not getting you anywhere. So saying I know, it's like, you're doing it to yourself. If you choose to consciously not exercise emotional self-control, don't be surprised when all you get is her cheek. You're your own worst enemy, dude. We're both currently dating other people, but still keep meeting up and acting like we're in a relationship without kissing and sex. You shouldn't be meeting up. You should be inviting her to come see you at your place and make dinner together. And if she doesn't agree to do that or tries to get you to meet her out, just say, nah, it's been a long week. I'm just in the mood to hang at my place. If you don't want to come over, then give me a call in 2 or 3 weeks, and maybe I'll be up for meeting you out then. The only distance that you should be willing to travel to see this girl is the distance that it takes to go from wherever you are in your place to your front door to let her in. My stuff will help you, but if you're going to try to cherry pick and only do a few things here and there, it's like you're not going to be successful. You've been trying it for a year, dude. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll continue to get what you've always got. You got to think of it from the perspective of she needs to earn another chance with you, not the other way around. She gets incredibly jealous of me dating other girls and will break contact with me because of it. Well, how does she even know that you're dating other women? You shouldn't be telling her or anybody else. You should be living your life. And if she asks about it, just say, hey, gentlemen, don't kiss and tell. I know you're dating other people. I'm dating other people. And if she presses you on, say, I want to talk about it. If you want to do something about it, how about you come over and make me dinner tonight at my place? Or how about you come over and make dinner at my place when you're available? And she won't make plans and say, hey, I got to run. You're upset that I'm dating other people. Well, you're dating other people too, but the bottom line is I'm not interested in being your pal or your buddy or your friend. Part of the problem is you agreed to be friends in the beginning because you admitted that. It's a bad way to go, dude. You're kind of like all over the ice. You tell her one thing, and then you completely cave a few days later. That's weakness. It's going to cause her to lose attraction for you and not want to spend time with you because you're not direct and decisive enough and strong enough to stand up for yourself and what you want. So she gets incredibly jealous of me dating other girls and will break contact with me because of it. However, if I tell her I'll stop seeing other girls if me and her can properly date without holding back, she just tells me it's too much pressure. So what she means by that is you're trying to go from kind of casually dating to being in a relationship. You're putting the cart before the horse. There is a process that you go through. Women fall in love slowly over time. She fell in love with you over time when you first started dating, and then she fell out of love with you over time as well. And in order to get her to fall back in love, it's going to take time. Your job is to create the opportunity for sex to happen. Hang out, have fun, hook up. If she comes over, gives you the cheek, just say, look, I don't ever want to hear from you again unless you're interested in sex and romance. I'm done with the friendship thing. I'm done with getting the cheek when I kiss you. I'm done with the excuses of why no sex. It's like, I'm not interested in being your pal. Don't ever call me again unless you want the same thing that I want. You're wasting my time. I like you. I love you. I care about you. But this is stupid. You might have to tell her that. It might come to that. But you got to be willing to grow a set of balls and stand up for yourself, dude. You're being a terrible negotiator for yourself. You're negotiating as if you and your life and your time is valueless and meaningless. And therefore, she treats you that way. I'm not sure what to do as she's throwing very mixed signals. Well, part of the problem is you're being inconsistent as a man. And women tend to match and mirror right back to us guys how we're showing up. So if you show up consistently as a man and only interact with her in ways that can lead to sex, meaning having dinner at your place. So if she comes over to your place 3 times in a row, 3 consecutive dates in a row, I talked about this in 7 Principles to Get Next Back, and you hang out, you have fun, you hook up successfully all 3 times, then you can start meeting her out and picking her up and doing those things. But you got to let her earn another chance with you, not the other way around. Completely different way of thinking about it. If I chase or try to compromise, she says it's too much pressure. You got to let her come to you, dude. Because if it's not her idea, you're going to get nowhere. Again, you've been doing this for a year. I mean, unless you're enjoying this, unless you're enjoying torturing yourself, keep doing what you're doing. If I date other girls, she wants to know all the details. Did I kiss them, sleep with them? Are they better than her? Da da da. Will she get upset if I kiss someone else or slept with them? Just say, you know what? Yeah, I'm dating other people, and quite frankly, it's none of your business. You're not my girlfriend. I've hardly seen you at all. We haven't even had sex in a long time. So it's really none of your business. I don't care who you're dating, who you're seeing. It's none of my business. You know, if we ever get to the point where we're going to be exclusive, then we can discuss those things. But, you know, right now I'm seeing other people. And I'm not going to stop seeing other people unless I see things really progress with you and I. If that sends her into orbit, she'll get over it. However, she's unwilling to compromise or say she wants to sort things out between us because you're trying to get her to make a decision between being single and being in a relationship with you. And emotionally, she's not feeling it. That's why, again, you let women come to you, and as they fall deeper and deeper in love, because feminine energy is about bonding, connecting, relationship, dating labels, opening up to receive love. When they feel it, that's when they bring up exclusivity. Again, you need to read the book, dude, because I can tell from this email that you haven't read the book. I don't know how long you've been following me for, but you're half-assed in it, and that's why you're getting half-assed results. What do I do? Any help or butt-kicking advice would be deeply appreciated. Well, number one, read the book 10 to 15 times. Definitely go and read the article that I did, 7 Principles to Get Next Back, and watch that video several times as well so you can be prepared, because you need to radically alter the way you're interacting with this girl. You need to stop pursuing her, you need to stop calling her, you need to stop texting her. 100% of it needs to be initiated by her. And if you haven't heard from her, bite your fucking nails, chew on some leather, whatever you got to do to resist picking up the phone and texting her or calling her, because it's not her idea when you do that. And you've been trying this failed approach for a year. And you have seen that when you back off, she wants to know what you're doing and what you're up to. So if that works as little as you've employed it, go all the way and follow what's in the book. Follow what's in 7 Principles to Get Next Back. You get much better results. And if you're in a tricky situation yourself that you'd like to get my help with, and a situation similar to this, or something else you need help with, quality of life, your purpose, time management, business questions you may have, maybe you're an entrepreneur, and you want to take your business to the next level, or maybe you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not really sure what you should do. Go to my website, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. And I will talk to you soon.